Alright, hey guys, so I am going to do a dissection for you. This is a really large kidney that we found in the back of our anatomy closet. So this would be the top of the kidney. You see how it's kind of thin, and this would actually be the left side because you see that the ureters are coming off of the right here. So this would be the left kidney. All right, so this part right here that is yellow, that is actually going to cover the ureter. So underneath all of this yellow part, this is fat, it's going to protect that ureter. And remember, those ureters are going to drain out the kidney and lead that urine to the bladder. Okay, so now we're going to make a cut, a sagittal cut. So I'm just going to go all along here, and that way we can get an internal view of the kidney. So we're back. I just made that sagittal cut, that mid-sagittal cut, all along the kidney, and now I'm going to point out some of those internal structures to you guys. So right here, this kind of tan, beigeish portion, all on the outside, that is referred to as the cortex. And then you see these darker kind of triangle areas. So all of this area is the medulla, the renal medulla, and then these individual kind of triangle looking fan things, those are going to be your renal pyramids. That's where the nephrons are mostly going to be located, because they dip in with that loop of Henle and then they come out to the cortex. So there are so many nephrons in each kidney. We have approximately 2 million in each, so that is something to take note of. Now, after we are going to dip into the minor calyx, and in that minor calyx, it's going to develop into the major calyx. And then after the major calyx, well, that's pretty much the renal pelvis. So think of it like your hands, right? So you can think of your fingertips as those minor calyxes, and then once you start going down your fingers, that's going to be your major calyx, and then your palm would be that renal pelvis area. Okay, so here's that renal pelvis. After the renal pelvis, we're going to come out, and again, this fat-covered portion is going to be the ureter. Okay, and let me see if I can actually try to reveal that ureter here. It's taking a little while, but it's in there. So actually, let me pull another kidney that has a more clear ureter. This is a pig kidney. I didn't mention that before, but just so you guys know that we're not messing with some human kidneys, we are messing with some pig kidney. So on this kidney, you'll see that they compare in size. They're kind of pretty much the same. This one over here that we were looking at earlier is just a little thicker. So here is a really beautiful kidney. Again, the cortex, right? The cortex, the medulla, those individual renal pyramids, the minor calyx, the major calyx, and then that renal pelvis comes out, drains out into the ureter. So this one right here is the artery, because it's really, really thick and meaty, and that would be artery. So your blood comes into the kidney through the artery. And you can actually follow the probe in here, and you see how it's kind of beating right here.
Hold on. Let it focus. There it is.
Okay. I lost the whole... Okay. So again, there is your artery right here. And it's nice, round, thick, and meaty, so we're going to follow it in with the probe. And you can see that if I move the probe just a little bit, you'll see it moving through this renal pelvis. So it's going to come up, get filtered through those nephrons, really, really pretty, out to the cortex, come back down, and it's going to exit. That blood is going to exit through the veins. So that filtered blood exits through this vein back here. It's a little thinner, it's more flexible. I can move it around, so that is your vein.